Welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking Transformers, and most specifically Bumblebee The Movie, which is set for release in December of 2018 and is the first spin-off of the Transformers cinematic universe, and maybe, just maybe, the last, because we're still unsure yet if we're going to get a Transformers reboot. But today we are not talking about the reboot, we're talking about Bumblebee The Movie and the head sculpture, which has been released by Hasbro, and this is what Bumblebee is going to look like. What do you think? Make sure you get involved by the comment section below and leave your views and opinions. Do you like this look for Bumblebee? Do you prefer the old, which we've had in Michael Bay's franchise? Today in this video, we're going to discuss this head sculpture. I'm going to give you my views and opinions, and we're also going to compare it to the old as well. So, what do I think? I quite like it. And the reason why I like it is I feel that this look is a much more simplified look. And I feel it gives Bumblebee a look of youth. I think it makes Bumblebee look younger. And if you think about it, in the 1980s, Bumblebee should be a younger model of himself. Now, Transformers mythology from the movies really doesn't support that at all, because if we look at Transformers The Last Night and how Bumblebee looked in that film back in World War times, he looks exactly the same as he does in current day. His head sculpture didn't really change at all. So aging kind of goes out the window, although we have seen Transformers like Sentinel Prime who clearly show they have aged. So that kind of blurs the lines a little bit, but I do think that this head sculpture of Bumblebee does make him look younger, and I think it's because it's more rounded. We've got a lighter tone for the metal, and I think the eyes are very key. They're bigger, they're not as detailed, and they're a lot more bolder, and they're the first thing that I notice with this head sculpture. The eyes stand out to me, and we have to take into account as well that this is not the CG render of Bumblebee that we're going to see on the big screen. This is a model for a toy figure. So we can't, we can't base all our judgment on it just yet, and we don't know how far down the line this Bumblebee headshot has been developed. And what I mean by that is there looks like there's more work to be done on the paint job. The actual Autobot logo is lacking any sort of colour, and I can't imagine that they would leave that as yellow. So I feel like this is a work in progress, and that's how we should treat it right now. And I'm sure there's going to be enhanced and improved designs coming out in the future. But this is what we've got for the moment. So let's compare this to Michael Bay's version, and we put them side by side, and as you can see, there is a significant difference. Michael Bay's Bumblebee is a lot more sharper and sculptured, and I feel like it looks more aged, and the reason why is due to the colour. It's more titanium looking with the metal, and the eyes have that detail about them, and I don't think that gives a sign of youth. So I do feel that for what this movie is going to represent, the Bumblebee head sculpture that we've got for this film works. I want to know what you think in the comments section below. I want you to get involved on this and tell me what your views and opinions are. I've seen comments online, many kind of disappointed, I guess, but as I said, you must hold reservation on this because we don't know what the actual CG render is going to look like. What we've seen so far when it comes to Bumblebee the Movie and what Bumblebee is going to look like, we've seen the official logo which came out at the wrap-up party. When that came out, we got our first indication of what Bumblebee's head was going to look like. Then we got some box art of Bumblebee from the toy fairs that have been going on recently, and now this is the latest hint at what Bumblebee will look like. If you compare this and you put this with the actual render that we got on the box art, you can see where they're going with it, and I do feel it looks fresh, light, and I like it. And we also have to bear in mind as well that they are trying to take on a new form for Bumblebee, or an historical form of the Volkswagen Beetle as well. So he is going to look different. One thing I would say is as well is that Travis Knight is having to work within the realms of what Michael Bay has built. All the decisions and everything that's going on at the moment with the reboot, none of that was really on the table when this Bumblebee movie got put forward and got the green light. So that is something to take into account, because when you look around online, there's quite a lot of concept art out there for what Bumblebee could have looked like, and some of the concept art is amazing. But I feel like Travis Knight had constraints from what the franchise had already produced. The reboot was not on the table, and we don't know really where the Bumblebee movie is going to go. I feel like there's quite a lot resting on this film, and it's almost like a make or break, because if this does do well, you can imagine that they're going to continue the current universe, but take it in the direction that Travis Knight puts it towards. If it doesn't go so well, then they could scrap it completely and go with a complete reboot. So a lot is riding on Bumblebee the movie. I'm excited to see this new take, I really am. I feel that the time is right to freshen things up, and I hope that Travis Knight is the right man to do so. But I also appreciate as well that he has been put under constraints of this. Michael Bay is also involved in this film, so it's clear to see that Paramount and Hasbro didn't just cut the ties completely and let Travis Knight go all out. They wanted to make sure that it tied in to a degree, and that makes sense because Bumblebee initially was supposed to be the first spin-off of the franchise, which came out of the writer's room. And as we all know, the writer's room is no more. So anyway, let me know what you think by the comment section below. I like it. I think it's simplified, and I think it makes Bumblebee look young, and I think it fits the tone of the film being set in the 1980s. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Get involved, and all that's left to be said is please rate, comment, and subscribe. Are you looking forward to Bumblebee the movie? Follow me on Instagram at Delzinski and on Twitter at Delzinski. And of course, this is Delzinski signing out.